Orbit by Federation vessels. Temple. Exercise for days. Nice. Glad to hear it. Do 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 do. Let's turn up the mic a little bit. Did you listen to the episode? Oh man, is it time for my least favorite boss in this game? I'm getting close to it, I know I am. I would actually kill to see that. That was one of my favorites when I was a kid, for sure. It was a cute little movie. I mean, obviously it wasn't great, but it's a movie I have fond memories of from childhood. Whoa! Light beam! I honestly forgot that you got the light beam this early in the game. Wow, really? Super's the only one that you've beaten? Oh, wow. Oh, you bastard. Rob is joining me tonight. He is still at work currently. He's probably going to be on the voice chat too, but we're seeing if we can get that to line up. So no promises yet. Alright. And I'm back in the normal world. Alright. So... Ah, yes. The only way to get to that one is to do the spider ball track. That's right. Okay, so we can't go that way right now. Yeah, no, it's just the dark beam is just the ice beam. I know. That's like I said. That's one of the things that I really don't like about this game is it's just like let's just reskin things and make it a new game. It's very like uh, Majora's Mask. Although I do love Majora's Mask. What the? Yeah, I know. I know that Majora's Mask is a Zelda game. As I joked about yesterday, that's what a lot of people say about this game, though, is like, you got some Zelda in my Metroid. uh, oh, yeah. No, it is. It is the best Zelda game. I love Majora's Mask.
Recording to logbook.
Oops, wrong button. Oh yeah, no, I get you there. I like both, honestly, for different reasons. The 2D era of Zelda is great, but the 3D era is also great. I really love
Recording to logbook.
probably Link Between Worlds. Actually, is probably my favorite of the 2Ds. Well, 2.5D, whatever. Because I think it took Link to the Past's like gameplay loop, but added a lot of nice little tweaks to it. And I love Link to the Past, but yeah, I think that overall the other is the superior. Dark Hunter, blah 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 blah. More stuff built the Dark Hunter.
Recording to logbook.
Journey comes to an end. The Thrice Cursed aim from Bamish. The mining station. They caught me. Right. Training halls. Set 5 score their number. What is it? was dark. Ah, no. Ah. Secret missile door. Can't do anything about that. And then the other side, I think I need the screw attack for, I believe. No, no. Alright, time to head for the first boss. Hello, Rob. Rob, did you want to try and do voice, or do you want to just stick with chat? Because now would be a good time to try and do that if we want to. All right, let me log on to Skype. Hold on. Okay, that's going there. All right, hold on, Rob. Test, test, test. No. Hey, Rob, are you talking right now? Rob, can you hear me? Okay, hold on. I still can't hear you. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on. I can hear you. Rob, can you hear me? Okay, I can. Now the question is, uh, can they hear you? Talk, Rob? No. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's hold on. There's a way to add audio input capture. Okay. Huh. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it's weird because hold on. Yes, not audio output capture. Okay. And I want to do this one. No? Hang on. Where is this coming from? THX. Okay. Rob, talk now. No, still not. It's so weird because I'm telling it to capture my desktop audio in OBS, and it's not. It's not capturing your stuff for some reason. So let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I. Where's my phone? Oh. Let's see if we can get this figured out. Well, I want to know how to do this for if we can't do it today, that's fine. But like for future reference, there's got to be a way to do it because people do this all the time. So Skype voice through OBS. Oh, not ONS. What the hell is ONS? OBS. Oh, okay. Hold on. And it's called what? NDI source. No, that's not right. oh, okay. All right, hold on. I think I figured it out. Hold on. I need the NDI plugin OBS. Now the fun part is I'm gonna have to restart the stream, I think. Da, da, da. Okay. Mm-hmm. The audio you're getting is actually from my webcam mic because my headset is deciding to be an asshole. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's yeah, it's okay. All right. So, OBS NDI master. No, that's not right. How the frack do I? Okay. There's got to be a simpler way. Adding a voice chat to OBS stream. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it does say we could use Discord. Hold on. That might work. Let me open up Discord. Hold on. Sorry, viewers. I know this is like the most interesting thing in the world. Watch as Kyle talks to himself to try and get the audio stream from Rob. do, 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 do. Of course, my Discord had an update. I really thought it would just pull the desktop audio because you're coming through as desktop audio through Skype. So I really thought I was like, oh, if I set it to desktop audio, it'll just pull what's coming from my computer. But apparently, okay, seriously, Discord, what the frack? No, it's just like, oh, there's a billion updates for your computer for Discord. Mm-hmm. All right, mine's finally there. It is. It's about to get here. Okay, coming through, coming through. Come on, Discord. There you go. There you are, big boy. All right. So Discord Stream Kit install for OBS. Okay, so let's. Okay, so I joined the Discord as a speaker. I think you should just try joining the Discord and let's see what it does. Yeah. Okay. Now the question is am I even getting audio from? Yeah, see, this is where it's going to be fun. Yeah. I, th- I think I've. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up OBS. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We were echoing like something fierce. All right. Okay. So now. Uh, okay, that's not working. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Hold on. Let me do that again. Rob, talk real quick. Nope, it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. Hold on. It's weird because it's like what this is supposed to do is this is supposed to pull from Discord and then copy the URL, open OBS Studio. Oh. I found it. Okay, hold on. Add new browser source. And then I do URL. Okay. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear Rob talking? So if that's the case, I think I need to mute my Yeah, because it was like a. Oh no, that's a. It's a. That's a. That's just a website. You click. It's in the. Yeah. All right. While Rob investigates this, I'm going to just kind of wander and go get some missile tanks and stuff. While we're trying to figure this out. If somebody out there has ever used OBS or knows how streamers do this thing, like, please let us know. Like, once again, I think the most frustrating thing for me is it's like we know that people do this shit. Like, this isn't like. Yes. Yes. It's supposed to be, at least. In Discord, you think? Well, I found a save station. Yeah, we're still working on it. Apparently, it's not as easy as we thought. So, look, I downloaded the thing to try and do Skype, but it was like, I don't know how to install it because it's like a line of code. And it's like, I haven't done that kind of computer stuff in a very long time. Voice. if I do. Rob, talk. Hey, Rob, can you keep talking real quick?
For them.
No, it's not. I'm trying to figure out. It's so weird. It's like it's not registering the desktop audio at all. Wait, Rob, talk now.
Wait, talk now?
I think I got it. Can you guys hear Rob?
Okay. Yeah, hello. It's me, Rob, talking from maybe the past
Yes!
or perhaps the future.
You know, Rob, it's funny because I don't know what I did different. I clicked the same buttons I had clicked before, and this time it worked.
Oh. Wait. Hey, it is working. Ooh, wow. Why do I sound so distant and scratchy? That's weird.
That I don't know.
I wonder if that's just like what the stream is doing to my voice. Like it's compressing me. Crushing me down.
Yeah, because you're not coming through my mic, I don't think.
No,
you should
hear you. I can hear you fine when I listen to just like the Discord audio, but when I listen to, because I'm basically just muting and unmuting the video, I can hear both of our audios and we sound so distant and crackly.
Huh.
I guess that's the difference between like streamed audio and our recorded audio.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you sound fine to me, but I'm not listening to it through the stream, so.
No, exactly. Like, yeah.
I'm hearing you on Discord, so.
Well, hello, listeners, and welcome to the 5th stream of the Metroid series and the second ever Tokyo team outing on Twitch to stream a game together. How is everyone doing tonight?
Rob could be a little louder, okay? Got it.
Oh, wait, you need me to boost the audio?
No, I got it. It's on my side, I think.
Boost the audio? Is that... All right, there we go. Is this good?
Cool.
Heck yeah. Good now. That's what I love to hear.
Just in time for the boss battle. Woo!
Okay, so we figured it all out. We're able to vibe here on the cusp of okay, so we're on Prime 2, Echoes. This is the sequel to the first Prime, and I'm guessing this follows
Hunters. Technically. Okay. Even though Hunters came out, I think technically after this one, like story-wise, this came after Hunters. This comes after Hunters.
Because isn't Prime like happening? Like, isn't that a prequel to even like the NES game or something?
Well, Prime is a direct sequel to Metroid 1. So okay. Metroid 1 is first, then it's Prime, then it's Hunters, then Prime 2, Prime 3, Federation Force, Super Metroid, Other M, and then Fusion. And that gets us all caught up to Dread. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to get it all. Oh man. So I've been trying to catch up between Metroid 1 and 2. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot to say 2. Sorry. It's after Federation Force it's Metroid 2, then Super Metroid.
Yeah, sorry everyone. Tried to drink some coffee before this because I was getting that 5 p.m. crash. Oh, they're him. The baby.
Where'd it go?
Oh god, this thing is awful. This is just the worst. Oh, it's 3 of them too, huh?
Yeah, it's 3 of them.
Gross. Why were they making out with that egg? Oh.
You're a little behind, Rob.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lag in the video stream.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say I'm already fighting it.
Yeah, since I'm watching it on Twitch, just assume I'm 30 seconds to a minute behind you.
Got it.
and then that means that like I'll be reacting to chat after.
Oh, you know what I could do, Rob? Hold on. Solution to this problem that we're currently talking about. Go ahead and close Switch or Twitch, because I can just share my screen and you can see it directly in OBS, and then you'll be caught up to where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah. All right, everyone. Goodbye, Twitch. All right. Show me the. Give me the direct feed.
All right. I just I'm live sharing the screen. You just click on it in Discord.
There we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. There's a significant difference in time. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a significant delay. Okay, so yeah, I'm.
Okay, so this is the way we'll have to do it then. If we're doing a voice chat, is you'll have to share it with me.
That does mean I'll be reacting to things a minute before they happen to.
Well, but that's already happening technically because I'm reacting to things like as I'm doing it.
That's fair. All right.
So.
Ooh, although I am noticing a lag on the Twitch stream now. I wonder if that's fading. Never mind.
It's probably just coming and going, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you bastard.
Wait, can't hear Rob. No, I just heard Rob. I can hear Rob. Yes. Rob could be a little louder. Good. Prime take place 1-2. The baby. Who will you main in Nickelodeon All-Stars? Now, this is a good question, and it's one that I've deeply been considering. And I think that ultimately, while obviously Reptar is a solid choice, he's a real up and comer. Really, what it comes down to is there's only one peak fighter, one physical champion who I know is the absolute and true all-star. That's Nigel Thornberry, baby. That's right, Nigel the Thornberry.
Filbert.
Will be my Filbert's also a good choice. Oh, another solid option is Mr. Dink. Hello, Douglas. Have you seen my newest collection?
Oh shit.
Man, these things are truly fucking gross.
Oh yeah.
I'll keep
gross worms. Yeah, for sure.
my swear words to a minimum, but like I can't stand how awful these things are to look at. Oh, they're like the worst variant of Mothra, and the fact that they keep sucking on the egg really unsells me on them,
Oh, Jesus Christ. That just hit the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
One thing that's interesting is like, and I don't know if you've noticed this, is that the frame, like, your head is moving inside of a helmet, which I think is interesting.
Yes.
But like, it also makes it like that dynamically her face gets closer to her lens whenever you're like getting hit, so it removes some of that border shot around you. It makes it a little bit easier to see the whole map. Mr. Dink was a creep, but that is power in an all-stars tournament. Come on into my shed, Douglas. I have so many tools to show you.
I think it's interesting that they made it, or they made Reptar shoot a blue beam, or a blue fire, instead of just being, normal fire like it was in the original show.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I guarantee none of the people working on this game actually watched any of these shows.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So it is just like purely they recognize these things did exist. Oh, it's just gross. They fuse their butts to the sphere, and it's just uncomfortable.
Smack it. Break that sphere.
Play the game, wash your hands. Play the game, wash your hands. Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, now for the fun part of this boss battle. All three of them are now on the field.
Oh, okay. So I had a friend come over today.
Oh, Jesus
They're
Christ.
in town for a little bit. Just with the stuff that's been going on, and
Uh-huh.
they recently have kind of like decided to just take a sabbatical from work.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got. They were like, yeah. So I'm just working on an app, and they came over and basically used my couch as a co-working space.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had like
Actual company.
yeah, like proper company. And I think one of the things that's like I'm not prepared for that like I used to always be really on top of like making sure that like my guests had like if there were any dietary restraints that like they could eat something.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, but she's trying to do one of those like elimination diets where it's like, hey, let's see if we can find out
Yeah. That's...
why my joints are bad by eliminating random like food items until eventually I find something that makes me feel better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So right now on her list of things she cannot consume is dairy. And
Oh,
holy
God.
shit, everything has dairy in it. Oh, powdered toast man would be good. However, I don't think I want anything from Ren and Stimpy on there.
Well, he's in the game.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's in the game. Yeah, they already announced him.
I haven't watched the trailer properly. Let me actually watch the trailer. That's what I should have done from the get-go of this. You know? Let me just hold on a second. Let's just get it. Nickelodeon All Stars. Boom. Show me the Oh my god. Wow, we got a lot of stuff going on.
And
Ooh, Danny Phantom
Dead
would
Worms.
be. I think I'd probably go with the Danny Phantom. It's still a commercial, so I'm not watching it yet. If Danny Phantom's not in here, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Okay. Another Wingstop commercial. Okay, here we go.
All right. Dark suit, right? I think I get
Ready
the
to
dark suit here.
brawl. Ooh, classic Michelangelo. That's good. That's good. Who the fuck is Lincoln Cloud? Yep, there we go. Toast Man. Yep. Okay. Sandy. Yep, that's a good one. What do we got going on here? I don't know who Lincoln is. Okay, we got a very goofy. Yeah, we got some all real monsters. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Still
it's
leaning on
definitely
Nigel
pulling.
Thornberry being number one.
It's definitely
Why
pulling
does this
from old
look-
Nickelodeon for sure.
Why does this look so bad?
It looks so bad.
Like, it's weird how this looks like something that would have come out 5-6 years ago. Like if this had been announced when the other All-Star, the Sega or not Sega, the Sony All-Stars
The
game
Sony
came
one,
out,
yeah.
it would make a little bit more sense, but like I'm not seeing any Rocco's Modern Life characters so far. But yeah, we got Reptar, and he does have a blue flame like breath.
Flame breath.
Oh, he's got a red breath as well.
Yeah, but still, the like
His charge. Oh, there's Zim. Okay.
the blue flame breath is definitely
Danny
like
Phantom is in it. Okay. Oh god,
they were
he
just
looks
like
awful.
yeah they didn't use his design from the show for some reason. They like used a weird like
Man. Also,
and yeah,
why
PlayStation
is
All
it,
Stars.
why is it the 80s turtles?
I don't know.
I mean,
Like, shouldn't they
I
have used
love
one of the
it,
more recent ones? Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
did they not have the rights to any of the recent ones? Is that why?
Maybe. Yeah. So, Rob, I want
Kinda
your
weird they-
opinion on this suit that I'm about to get.
Okay.
Because it's kind of my least favorite. So,
I'll
like,
pause the video.
okay.
Okay, I'm focused in on your okay, you got a floating spinning icon here. Blorp.
It's not a terrible design. I don't know. It's like too busy.
Okay. Well, you know me, I like simple heroes and complex enemies. That's my jam. So let's see what this has got going on for me. I love the power suit. That's a good land. Oh.
I just don't like the brown.
It's like a transmetal. It's Samus transmetal.
Yeah.
It's Samus like uh like in like later on in the Beast Wars franchise, you know? Like
Yeah,
it is it is
a
too
good look
busy.
on it. No, that's the.
Yeah.
I mean, like the red accents, like the red dots and stuff, is pretty cool. And like I do like the
Yeah.
stuff on the back.
I like the little fins on the back are cool, and the fact that she has tires on her shoulders is very funny to me. But
She does. She looks exactly like Rat Trap, Transmetal Rat Trap,
yes,
100%.
absolutely. 100%. It is Transmetal Rat Trap. That's exactly what it is.
Oh my god. Okay, good. Because this is one of my least favorite suits across the entire franchise.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
it's
I
just
mean,
not great, especially because there's one that I get later called the Light Suit, which
yeah.
is like one of the best. Which you'll eventually see when I get it, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't like this suit very much.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I don't hate it. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's certainly
Definitely not the best.
yeah, I don't know. Something yeah, like you said, it's too busy. That's like kind of the biggest problem with it is that like I don't know, it just doesn't look it looks like a knockoff of Samus as opposed to an evolution of Samus. Does
Yeah,
that
yeah,
make
yeah,
sense?
yeah, yeah. 100% agree.
Like it looks
Look at
like
the morph ball too. The morph ball looks fucking weird.
well the morph ball is like I mean it's just the shoulder pads.
Yeah, it's just the shoulder pads connected.
I'm gonna jump back into this video here.
All right, yeah, I'm
This
about to
game
get the
looks
energy stuff and everything like that.
this
So.
game looks atrocious. Not the game you're playing.
No, no,
The
no.
Nintendo All Star. I mean, I'm gonna play it probably, but like I've never seen something this bad done by a professional studio
I'm gonna play it for the lulz. That's what we're gonna play
Yeah,
it.
I could see myself calling myself like a competitive Nintendo All Star Brawl player as a bit. And obviously, I'm gonna main Nigel Thornberry, just because. But this is bad. It looks very poorly done. The graphics are just not grabbing my attention at all, not even a little. And like for how many characters they probably could pull, this commercial is showing a very small amount.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
where's my angry beavers? Where's my Pete and Pete but cartoonified? Where's my you know some other stuff? I don't know. I'll come up with some other Nickelodeon exclusives, but like they've got a whole long line.
I mean, they didn't. There's no one from oh god, what's the name of the show? It just came into my mind and then it went away. Fucking Timmy Turner, Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, my Fairly Odd Parents. Well, they have Danny Phantom, so like it's clear that they're like still, they're utilizing some of those guys. I mean, you could basically just have Timmy and like have Wanda and Cosmo be like how his special powers work, how his attacks work.
Yeah, I mean, although it is pulling a lot of superheroes from these shows, so maybe they would do what's his name, the Chin dude,
The
right?
Crimson Chin.
Crimson Chin. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be good. Honestly, I would have preferred to have seen Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy on there. I think that would have been fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a pretty underwhelming showing. I'm not sold.
Although
what
it
are
would be
these weird-
cool. Would be cool to like to use Patrick though, like to just beat the shit out of somebody. I mean, I will admit
yeah.
that's got to be fun.
There are plenty of fun things to do in the game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Artie, the strongest man in the world from Pete and Pete. There you go. You could maintain your superhero roster. Yeah, I mean, like I know it's not the full roster, but like come on, you gotta show off. You gotta show off all your hits. Give me the goods. So what are these like weird bubble things? Are those shields that can protect you, or
Yeah, so I'm in the dark world right now. So these are like little light beacons that the moth people that you saw in the last game,
Yeah.
yesterday, they set up these beacons in the dark world to try and give safe passage between areas. So all these little things that I'm shooting set up the little bubbles, and then there's these things as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all they are. Is they're there to make it safe to wander through the dark world, through the and you weren't there when I started playing it. So the lore of this one, so the Prime series is all about this planet that is alive called Phase. It shoots out a bunch of asteroids across the galaxy, and the asteroids crash into all these like different planets across the galaxy and cause all sorts of different things to happen. So in the first Prime, the asteroid, it crashed into the planet. The space pirates found it and then started experimenting with Metroids and the material called Phazon. And then Metroid Prime was the creature that they used the most Phazon on, and it was in the center of the asteroid crater. And that's where Dark Samus came from. Is Dark Samus stole your suit when you killed it, or not Dark Samus, but Metroid Prime stole it, and became Dark Samus. This game, the asteroid, the Phazon asteroid, hit this planet, and it literally split it in two with some dimensional craziness. And that's how you get the light and dark world.
Okay.
So this one's kind of, different from the other two, honestly. It's like, oh, this one created two planets. Like, wait, what?
It does seem like this has the least to do with like a Metroid specifically.
Yeah,
I guess technically there's the Prime is now is
Dark Samus, and there are normal Metroids too. I've already fought a couple in this game, but they're like very, very few and far between in this game. They're just they're literally just Metroids that the pirates brought with them from the planet from the first game, and that's literally that's the only reason why there are Metroids on this planet. So there's really not that many. But yeah, it does have a lot of fun with the whole light and dark world thing for sure. And it's very. I joked about it yesterday, and I joke about it all the time. But it is almost more of a Zelda game than a Metroid game, at least in the story, where the story is concerned.
Yeah, there are very specific things that are very Zelda-y, which, frankly, I mean, combining like ideas from different games into like these genres is probably like the best thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Oops.
Well, yeah, it's poisonous. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, what happened? What's going on in the chat?
I see. I get why you have to like run to the things, because I see a little like poison meter go down.
Yeah, you see the little purple dots on me. I mean, I got the dark suit, so it doesn't hurt me as much, but just standing in the atmosphere hurts me right now.
Yeah.
And once I get the light suit towards the very end of the game, then I can walk around without getting hurt. But yeah. My biggest problem with this game in comparison to the other two, and once again, I still like this game. Like, it's still a very well-made game, but I've said it before, but number one, they just kind of reused a lot of assets from Prime 1. So, there's just a lot of creatures that act the exact same way as the creatures in Prime 1, so it's the same AI. They didn't even try and change it. The beams that you get in this game, the light and dark beam, are literally just, two of the beams from Prime 1, just, slightly, changed with colors.
I mean, they pumped these out pretty quick.
Yeah, these two came out pretty close to each other, so it's not like I blame them. It's just, that's one of the things I dislike. And then, also, having a game where your centralized thing is exploration, and then making it so that like half of your exploration is in a place that is like constantly damaging you, kind of is
Yeah.
counterintuitive to the gameplay loop of Metroid. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's supposed to make this more fast paced, but yeah, there is a
it's more like, oh, I'm
considering
gonna
you're
stand in
supposed
these
to,
bubbles and heal
yeah,
for 2 seconds.
considering like classic Metroid is just like run back and forth between these like 5 hallways 12 to 13 times. It is a very different like gameplay, you know?
Yeah. Once again, not saying it's bad. It's just different.
Oh man. So my favorite, like, probably the last like webcomic I read,
uh-huh.
Kill 6 Billion Demons, is coming up on its like final arc.
Ooh.
Everything's been extremely cool. This like hell god from beyond reality has recently shown up and is like, hey, that big tournament arc you guys just had, it made the like king of reality bleed even ever so slightly. Like he had to bend the knee against one opponent. Ultimately, it's still like he won, but like that moment of weakness was enough for like this like ravager of worlds to come into this
Oh, fuck.
timeline and be like, I'm gonna destroy this planet.
Fun.
So now this like massive red demon dude with a infinitely long like power sword has just shown up and is like, I'm gonna destroy all of reality because that is like the only thing that I can do. And since the one being that can stop me no longer can stop me after being proven weak, I'm just gonna destroy reality. That's what I have to do.
Yeah.
Because by my nature, I must always grasp at strength and, wrestle it from anything that exists. And the ultimate power in the world is life itself. It's just like, what the fuck? Truly wild stuff. Okay, were there as many like pachinko segments in like the last game?
I mean, like, no, not the whole morph ball launch things weren't in the last game.
Oh, okay.
So the little thing that you saw me just do was not in the last game. And honestly, I feel like those were only added because of the for the multiplayer. So, because this game had multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why it feels a little rushed, like the actual game itself, because, they did a multiplayer mode when they didn't really need to do that, so... Where am I
Yeah.
going?
Red. What are you yelling at? He's just pressed up against the window in my office.
Who, Red?
Yeah.
More!
What are you mad about, old boy? On the opposite side of the road. There's someone across the street walking a dog that he hates.
He's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna get it.
He's formed rivalries with like 3 dogs, I think.
Yeah.
There's like a... Do you know the dog from Fraggle Rock? That like shaggy wolf-looking dog?
Yeah.
Well, there's one of those down the street, and he hates that one. And every time we walk past the yard, he's like hyper alert now. Then there's like 2 older pit bulls. There's this new one on the street that's like kind of like, frankly, a little bit younger than him.
Uh-huh.
And then there's this really old man, like big white one that walks down the street. And man, Red just wants to fight them so bad.
Oh, God.
There's nothing more he wants in this world. It's like, bud, you gotta chill. Why did they make those like, what are those, recharge pods or like movement pod things?
Yeah.
Okay, why did they make it look like Samus recharges the same way that fucking Darth Vader recharges?
It's a good point.
Oh, we're back at the Event Horizon machine.
Yep. Uh,
She has to
are we
Goku
expecting a
charge
movie tomorrow? What are you talking about? Uh,
Wait,
in the chat. Look in the
what
chat.
movie are you hoping we get to?
Is tomorrow
Is
Comic Con?
there... Wait, yeah, is there an event happening tomorrow? Oh, wait, yeah, Comic Con was happening at some point.
Is that tomorrow?
Uh,
Oh, on the roulette. Oh, okay.
oh my gosh.
uh, honestly, I'm really hoping that we get some of the like I want to get at least one of the anime movies like now, because I don't want to get like them in a row. As much as I'm starting to really appreciate the anime movies, like I really don't want to like watch all three of them in a row.
You know me, I'm just hoping for more garbage. I'm just hoping for the show to just keep on rolling. It was a good stream to be a Rob last time, let me tell you.
Yeah, last time was really good. I enjoyed getting Megalon and Mechagodzilla 2 was a good two for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's up to the gods. It's not up to me.
All right, bye, Mothman. Goodbye. I'm back in the light world. Goodbye. Anyway, I gotta go recharge like Darth Vader now. Goodbye.
Don't mind me.
Like, straight up, it's the Darth Vader scene. Like, no joke.
I mean, it's just a little like turnstile thing, but yes, it is.
Yeah, but it's a big roulette dome that closes over them and like slowly spins around.
It's true. All right, so time to get the frack out of here. Where's my door? Okay, it's to the right.
So one thing that I'm really enjoying so far on the internet this week is that everyone's making remakes of Saturn devours his son. That like really spooky picture of Cronus.
Oh yeah.
Like with his like big open eyes. My favorite one right now is Michelangelo eating a pizza, like the turtle. But it's painted in that style, and it's so good. Oh my gosh.
I've been seeing the thing I've been seeing all day today on Twitter and stuff is people bringing up the whole Tim Curry clip, the space clip.
Yeah.
And being like, sadly, like, unfortunately, as much as we all love that clip, it hits a little too close to home now because of fucking the race to space from these fucking billionaires.
God. It's so sad, like hearing. Oh man. Okay. There's. It's really tough to like look outside and see the ocean on fire, and like have friends in the Pacific Northwest that are like starting to hunker down, preparing for like a second once in a lifetime super heat wave within the span of a month, and then see like someone be like, well, I just spent several $1 million launching a tiny paper airplane into outer space for fun for me. And listen, someday anyone can go to space. Like, y'all, just pay your fucking taxes, please.
Right.
Please. This can't be that hard. I mean, I guess it is hard. We've developed the system that way.
Perpetuates the Oh, here's the crazy elevators, bro.
Oh, my favorite. Truly nothing I love more than... I love that that's their elevators. It's not even like just the one time. Every elevator is just a rocket strapped to a thin metal plate that like flies up and then like gets stuck on some magnets. Yeah, no, my nerd rage towards the 1% is palpable. Let me tell you.
Walking along, heading to the next area. Do 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 do.
There's something really like, oh, look at these watermelons. Oh no, wait, those are spiders. So there's like I really love like this like kind of like pixely polygonal like older video game look.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're in such like a dead heat to make something like as hyper realistic and close to real life as possible, but I don't know if realism is like necessarily like should be the end goal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's bad, and I think there's something to be said about like, you know, wow, every once in a while like a game like that just looks so realistic, you know, like, oh wow, GTA 6 or whatever, it's like so, you see the sweat pores, oh, it's crazy. But like there's something to be said about artistic style.
Yes.
That is now slowly fading from like AAA gaming.
Agreed.
Where the aesthetic of a game is now, it's really realistic, you know?
Yeah. Agreed.
There are definitely games that try and have like, you know, an aesthetic or taste them, and like obviously like, you know, Halo's got weird landscapes and, you know, weird aliens, and that's fun. But like the more that the industry kind of leans towards just like there's one way to make a game visually spectacular and it's $60 billion, you know?
Yeah.
The less diversity you have in like what you can do with these games, you know?
Yeah. I agree with that.
And like, so I don't know, like you replaying these older games and kind of like me, it's kind of inspired me to like look back at some of my old favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, man, there's a lot to love about these kind of like the retro look of things, the very like, you know, artistic like interpretation of reality as opposed to reality, you know?
No, I agree. I think that there's you know, there's this weird like,
oh, that's so cool.
oh, did you see Samus's? Yeah.
Yeah, when there's a really bright flash of light from the explosion.
Yeah, you get to see Samus.
Oh my god. Wow, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I forgot you had never seen that.
I just had not seen that up to this point. Or if I did, I didn't notice it. Oh
yeah.
My gosh. That was amazing. Little details like that. That's cool as hell.
Yep.
I want more games to kind of take risks and be weird and like have an aesthetic that isn't just like, you know, Space Marines, but if they were real, you know?
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is that there's an interesting oh, what the hell?
What?
It's a room that should have a power up, but it doesn't have one.
Is he okay?
Maybe it's in the thing. Hold on. It's inside me. Feel it spreading, clawing.
Oh no.
He did. Alright,
Well,
what's going on here? There's got to be something hidden here.
maybe that was what was hidden. You learned something.
It's suspicious. Very suspicious. I don't trust it. So I'd never been in this room before.
Okay, this
Well,
is interesting.
Whatever's in here, I can't find it.
I mean, maybe the reward was discovering that, like,
That
there was
body.
a weird infestation thing.
I mean, it's possible it was discovering that body, to be fair.
Yeah. Nintendo is the only AAA developer right now actually giving their games an art style other
Yeah,
than realistic.
I agree.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is that they are aiming very specifically at, like, instead of spending the most possible money on a game, getting the game to as many people as possible. I mean, the Switch is a perfect example of that. You couldn't have GTA 6 on the Switch, but you could have weird Mario games and like UFO like collectathon games. Like you can
Hmm.
have weird, interesting, like fun games that allow developers the room to have an art style because you don't have to be like, okay, this has to make back, a certain million or $1 billion for it to be worth investing time in.
Yeah.
It's the same problem that you're finding with like Hollywood movies,
Hmm.
frankly, where movies have to fit a very specific formula. They have to be tied to a very specific, like there's a way to make a movie successful, and it's, a Marvel movie, or it's some variant of a Marvel movie, or frankly, it's like something like what A24 does, which are these very weird, experimental, like horror indie titles. But that makes bank because they spend like, like 2 million, $3 million on the movie, and then they like make, 60 million on the other side. And like, frankly, I would prefer that we moved in the direction of like A24 over like continuing down the path of like Marvel and, big cinematic universes, whatever they may be.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I think what they're doing with Loki is really, really interesting. And if the Marvel multiverse were to continue, I do think it would probably be more fun if it was just like a TV series, or like, 2 or 3 TV series a year, and then maybe like 1 or 2 big films that kind of like capstone things.
Yeah.
At least because then you're spending less money and able to do long form weird stories. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I have such mixed feelings about it because it's like I'm actually watching. I decided to do kind of a watch through, like not officially, like I'm not like I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it, but I started watching like Phase One Marvel the other day. So
Yeah.
like I watched Iron Man 1, and I've watched all the way. I just finished Captain America earlier today.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that like there's something about those early Marvel movies that is completely lost now. Like even the worst one of them, Iron Man 2,
Yeah.
like I still had a lot of fun revisiting Iron Man 2. Like it's still
Yeah.
not great, but it's
He skips rope. It's really funny. His
it's
his
the,
little whip dance.
but it's just like I don't know. It doesn't feel like I feel like Marvel so right now with how far they've gone is so unwieldy. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
Yeah.
there's just too much like now. Like I know like we've done you know Thanos. Now we're gonna move on to whatever Phase 4 is gonna be or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it just feels it felt so nice back at the beginning, and I feel like
Yeah.
that
Well, it
that
had a
feeling is
chance to
lost.
be it had a chance to be small. It had a chance to be personal. The individual stories could impact an person.
Yeah.
Uh and so, like, even though Tony Stark, yes, is a multi-billionaire, and he's like able to like do like spend buku bucks on like all of this, uh he ultimately, like, was an individual versus a problem, you
Hmm.
know at a certain point, like when you have all these like worldly heroes. I think here's the thing. I think Ragnarok also fucking nails it because they end up so far removed from the
Yeah.
multiverse,
No.
so like
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
they can still do good stories and still do interesting things, but the problem is, like, man, after Infinity War, I don't think there's anywhere to go. Like, anytime you have like an individual hero doing something, like, Spider-Man now has this super tech suit and like has $1 billion industry behind him
Oh man, I hate it
and
so
is the
much.
new Tony Stark. And it's like,
Yeah,
I don't think I want that. I want like Spider-Man has always been my favorite because he's just like a dude, you know?
yeah. The MCU version of Spider-Man had that at first, and then they lost it like immediately. Like
Yeah.
it's gone now.
I I liked the first movie, Home whatever,
Homecoming.
Homecoming. Yeah.
Yeah, Homecoming was first. Yeah,
I thought Homecoming was, pretty sweet and
yeah.
like frankly utilized the Marvel Cinematic characters as background characters in an interesting way.
Oh yeah, no, for
Uh
sure. It used Tony Stark in a very good way. Like for in my
yeah,
opinion, like it was a really good use of Tony Stark. And then
absolutely.
you immediately go to the Far From Home,
Yeah.
and like suddenly, yeah, that's when it starts like really showing off that yeah, he's just gonna be the new Iron Man. And it's like, but
Well, it's
that's not him. Like that's not.
yeah.
Yes,
Well,
Peter
it's there's
Parker
like
does eventually become that, but like when he's in his 40s,
he's yeah,
yeah.
he's an adult.
Yeah.
I think the problem, the thing like kind of that I get stuck on is that like, and it's a comic book problem ultimately, um, and they do well with it in Homecoming, right? In
Mhm.
Homecoming, there's a reason that the other Avengers don't show up and help. It's because A, Peter Parker is a kid and he's trying to prove himself, and B, ultimately he's fighting a pretty minor threat.
Yeah.
It's a direct, like frankly, an impact on his life, and like as far as he knows, his girlfriend's life, or soon to be girlfriend, and like it's like scary and immediate in his, right in front of him, and he doesn't
Mhm.
ask for help because he's trying to prove himself. That works as an individual story. The second that you have, Ant-Man 2, like, and you don't call Bruce Banner to come solve all of your problems, or frankly, Tony Stark, or whatever, you start to have like, why aren't all these characters always involved in every story,
Yeah.
It works in Loki, it works in WandaVision because hard cut, they're in a weird alternate universe or they're in a weird magical situation
Right.
where the other characters probably wouldn't be involved or have other things going on that they couldn't,
Yeah, they can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's Smart Hulk gonna do with a weird hex shield? He has no
Right.
personal connection. The only thing you could do is maybe have friggin' Clint show up, which is another huge problem. Hawkeye, what are you doing, man? Literally, the only thing that actor is doing is he put out he made an app where you could send him text messages and find out what he was doing with his day, and then another like the only other thing is he made like an album a while back.
Yeah. Because I mean, Hawkeye's getting his own show. You know that, right?
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
he's gonna have his own show. It's gonna be the story of oh whoops, wrong one. It's gonna be the other the introduction of the girl Hawkeye. I can't remember what her name is. Um, she's being played by Haley Stafeld, whatever that actress's name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they're doing. Well, it's because Jeremy Renner had one of those things with Disney where he got in trouble for something that he tweeted or did, or I don't know, at some point.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I did this wrong. God damn it.
Oh yeah, the like the from I remember there was a gal who was the like protege Hawkeye from the comic book where he's just like a dude living in New York that also happens to have been an Avenger.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved that series. A lot of people said that they didn't like it because it was like, oh, I just hate the normalification of superheroes. I would rather all of my superheroes just be schlubby dudes that occasionally have to go save the planet, and that's it. You know,
Yeah.
I want my superheroes to be kind of losers.
Have I
Which
got a
admittedly
movie
is
for
why
you?
I wrote Adventures of the Way.
Have I got a movie for you, Rob? You still haven't seen it, but you really need to watch Venom.
Oh, that's true.
That movie is literally just Tom Hardy being sweaty, gross, and like being a loser the
Okay.
entire movie. But yeah. Oh god.
Oh, amazing.
Power bombs.
Is that you can do that? Oh, amazing. Okay.
What?
Nothing. I just was scrolling through Twitter, and there's a guy who has connected his gaming setup to a Peloton so that he can game and bike. So he's biking while doing his Twitch streams.
Awesome.
I wonder if you could connect it, like if the controller would be powered exclusively to that too.
What's the thing? Modern problems need modern
Modern
solutions.
problems need old solutions. Oh man. So I went up to Dallas last weekend, and what we ended up doing was kind of like having like a little like a hot pot thing, and I was asking the people like, hey, well, like what movies would you want to watch? And Kylie will be very excited to know that one of the top requested movies of the evening was Jurassic Park. So we have to rewatch that this weekend. And watching with someone who's like a super fan, which, by the way, she absolutely misremembered some things, and I don't think read the book at all, but was like hyper confident in her knowledge about the book.
Oh, really?
Where she was like, oh yeah, well, it's so weird, like, the first 3 movies are just like the book. And that's what happens in the book. And like at the end of the book, they nuke the island.
I mean, she's not wrong about that. And at the end of the first book, Isla Nublar gets wiped out. They freaking But the first 3 movies, that's not correct.
No, because I was like, oh, that's weird, because like when I was doing my when I was going to Kaiju Court, I remember bringing up that in fact the second book was only made because they were making a movie.
Exactly, and also the fact is that Michael Crichton did not write a third novel, so it's not possible for the third movie to be based on a novel. But also, like the book Lost World was written because Steven Spielberg was like, hey, I need a sequel to Jurassic Park.
Give me more.
And
I can make a whole franchise out of this. Go ahead and make a sequel to Ready Player One. I could do something with this.
Oh God.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's funny. I know people like that do that same thing though. They're just like, I read the book once in high school, so I know like everything about it. And you're like, I read it last week.
I didn't want to correct her.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be a dick. You're like,
I was just like nervously saying like, oh yeah. But like, I was kind of like, I had to like, I did the calculus. I ran it through my head. I was like, okay, no one else in this room gives two bits of anything.
Yeah.
In the sense of myself. No one cares even a little. No one gives a hoot about going back and reading Jurassic Park the book, in this crowd specifically.
Right.
So if I just play dumb, then they get to feel really good for bring some facts about a movie, even if it's incorrect.
Yes.
That'll make them feel good.
Yes.
So I just like, I ran through that calculus, and I was like, oh, I didn't know, that's really cool.
That's interesting.
Oh, all 3 of them? Yeah, when he goes back to the island. Yeah, he goes, and when he there's like, he tries to save the kid. Like, oh, yeah. Just like fully like, oh, I was really happy.
Me and Julio the other day were talking about he listens to an Aliens podcast.
Oh yeah.
And it's run by AVP Galaxy. They're like the foremost website for alien news. They're the Alien Universe news, and but
Yeah.
he was making fun of them in relation to like how, because he listens to us, and he was like listening. He was comparing us to them. He was like, one of the things that they do, and they're horrible about it, is they just won't know like facts. And when he said what he was like, it's not small things. It's like literally like a giant line of dialogue in the film, and it says exactly what it is and what is going on, and they just don't know that at all. Like it's just, they completely missed that piece of lore, and so they just like ramble on about it. And meanwhile, Julio's just sitting there, just like, no, it's a scene in the film. It's right here. Whereas, like, we do that every once in a while. Like, we'll miss something, but we never claim to like.
I try to be really humble about that kind of stuff because, like, man, especially okay, on the special reports specifically, and even on like the movies where it's like, we watched it that weekend or like like a little bit beforehand. I know for sure I forget stuff, or like
for sure.
I'll feel like I have a good grasp on it. It's like I get it, but like alien movies.
It's yeah, and it's like stuff that's also like easily Googleable too. Like, so if you're like, oh shit, I don't remember the name of this. Like, it's not like it's a hard Google. It's like literally you type in, like he brought up the example that they completely just were like angry and saying like they didn't know the name of the pulse rifle, like the actual like designation, like the M41A pulse rifle. It's said like 3 times in the movie. It's in every single video game. Like, it's always like the same. It's not like it's changed over the years. It's just it's one of those things of like, if you're claiming to be like the master of lore of the one single subject, you know what I mean? Like, and once again, if you don't know it,
just hanging out. I love this guy just vibing. I guess he's dead, but he looks
dead.
like he's chilling.
But yeah, it was just funny. It was funny because I totally understand what he was getting at. It's like, yeah, like sometimes people just like don't do that Google search for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, there are definitely people who feel very, very smart and very like, like I know it all.
Yeah.
The real trick is to remember that you probably don't know anything. And then, in fact, you might just be a little bit of a dummy that likes something. And that's good enough. I think that's part of our unique charm is that at least 2 of us are typically underinformed at any given time when we talk about a subject.
True.
Whether it be Ultraman, where you and I get to sit on the sidelines and nod when Cameron says something, or if it's Godzilla lore and me and Cameron get to sit on the sidelines and nod.
It's true. But we also do, like, if we don't know something that's like something like very specific like that, we'll either admit that we don't know it or we'll look it up. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is kind of that same thing like you were talking about, though, is like if I was in a situation where I was having a normal conversation with those guys, like, I don't think I would ever be like, oh, I need to correct them. Like, like, there's no reason to make them look like an ass.
No, absolutely. I think, and like that's that's like again that calculus you run through of like, is it worth it, or does this do no harm for them to be wrong?
Yeah.
And like a lot of the time, it does no harm for them to be wrong and think they know something.
Unless they are being like arrogant about it, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if they're just like, oh, I can't believe you didn't know this thing. Like, oh, fuck you, it's wrong.
If someone's being an asshole, you can always call them out. It's always funny. But like, like she was like a super fan who just totally misremembered how the film played out. So it's just like, okay, yeah, all right. But yeah, man. I know we've said this before, and we say it a lot, and in fact, we had a whole episode talking about it, but that film holds up.
What? Oh, Jurassic Park?
It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not like saying anything controversial or
I was
unique,
gonna say, I'm
but
sure
like
most people know that the original Jurassic Park is a good film.
I'm shocked because there are a lot of things that like do seem like they're setting up for a sequel in that, and then those are not the things that happen in the
It's
sequel at
true.
all. In
Yeah.
fact, it's not even until they did Jurassic World that they kind of poke at some of the things. So I'm gonna ask you some questions
Uh-huh.
because I feel like they were answered in other movies, but I don't remember. The first one being like they have that whole aside where they're like, "Oh yeah, the dinosaurs need to have lysine
Yes.
or whatever." Um,
Does
did
that
they
ever
just
get brought up
evolve
again?
past that problem?
So yes, essentially what happens is that on Sorna they bring it up, and they say that the herbivores eat plants rich in lysine, and then the carnivores eat the herbivores, which means that they get the lysine. Basically, they needed an excuse to get past it.
Yeah,
It's exactly
perfect.
what it is.
We probably shouldn't have put plants that were rich in lysine on the island. That was probably our first whoopsie. Let's be frank.
But yeah, no, they definitely like they just needed like when they were making the movie, they clearly just needed like a way around the lysine line because they were like, oh well, no, it doesn't make sense that how did these animals survive on Sorna? And they're like, the plant eaters eat the plants and lysine. It works. It's fine.
I'm just kind of confused as to why that. Okay, so there's that line. There's the scene of the Barbasol getting covered in mud.
Yes.
There's these little tiny sequel baity kind of things that then are just like that. These were actually problems we had to solve in future movies, not interesting notes.
Yeah, the Barbasol can is always one that bothered me. Like, I know it's not that big of a deal,
Yeah,
but like, yeah, it's like they clearly like you set up the shot so that you can see the Barbasol can like get slowly covered in mud.
Yeah.
It's like okay, they definitely like Steven Spielberg wanted to do something like that. I wonder if that was a case of him like trying to ask Michael Crichton. He was like, hey, can you do something with this? And Michael Crichton was like, yeah, sure, and then just was like, nope.
this is gonna blow your mind. This is fascinating. He did the exact same thing with Ready Player One. He adds a bunch of like weird hints of like, oh, like what's happening between like these two characters? What's this person's backstory? He adds all these little tiny like weird segments that if you read the book, you're like, that's just like a weird like aside that's not in the book at all. Or
Yeah.
like an interesting character change that doesn't seem to have any direct impact on the lore.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the sequel book, those are the most vital, all-important narrative hooks that maintain the flow of the story. One of the key things that he adds in the movie is like, oh, there was like a very strange relationship between like the girl that Halliday fell in love with and him, and like, oh, her like AI is like super important to Oasis, and like we don't know why, but for some reason like her like consciousness is like, you know, still in the like internet. Like, oh wow, that's so weird and interesting and important. That's not at all in the first book.
Oh,
She's
really?
just dead. She's just a gal who died, who a dude had a crush on, and that's it. In the sequel, not only is her like consciousness is still part of like the like, you know, the like story like inside the computer, it's like actually the most important thing that's holding the entire like narrative together.
Wow.
Like you're basically like slowly unlocking her memory and like downloading her brain, and the big reveal is, oh no, Halliday made a system that would let you make perfect copies of people's brains so that he could just like relive that person's life, like make that person have a full AI clone. And that becomes the all-encompassing number one,
like the plot
most
of
important story like plot arc of the game.
Wow.
Or of the like narrative. So I think Steven Spielberg added those little things because he's like, these are really cool ideas. Hey, Michael Crichton, write these into your sequel book. And then Michael Crichton said, fuck you.
And Michael Crichton was like, do you know who you're talking to?
I I'm not listening to you. I'm doing my own thing.
He's like, look, you're already making me write a novel that I don't want to write.
Mr. Spielberg, you asked too much. Oh, all right.
That's funny. That's really funny though.
I just found that like absolutely like what an incredible like like because I was watching the movie and I was like, these are weird like interesting plot hooks that seem like they'd be really important at some point. And I was trying to like remember, like I was like, I swear I remember Kyle and Cameron talking about the lysine problem and the barbasol can we've talked about before, but it never came up. I don't know, what's all this doing? What's the deal here?
Yeah, Jojira, them bringing Malcolm back from the dead. Because in the books, Malcolm dies definitively, and then like in the beginning of Lost World, they're just like, what's the line? It's like, the doctors did wonders. Is like the line of dialogue. It's like, what the fuck?
It was fine. They put me back together. They gave me a shot of morphine, slapped me around a little bit. Here I am. Chaos theory.
Chaos theory, indeed. Oh, I hate these pirates. I hate these space pirates. They teleport around, and it's hard to get a scan on them because they just kind of pop in for a split second.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, I like this like infestation angle. Oh god. Wow. Yeah, they really do just teleport, huh? Scanning.
Fucking. Aha! Ha ha! Son of a bitch!
Get him! Now, ask him to be your friend. Quick. What's your guy's hype level for Dominion?
I'm pretty hyped, especially after seeing the thing.
Oh yeah, the practical.
The practical stuff, but the preview.
Oh, the 15-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. Here's the thing. I'll be frank. I'm number one most excited for the original cast to come back. I think all of them are infinitely more entertaining than any of the new crew.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am interested to see this, even though this is like the end of a third story arc. It feels like it will narratively have the most to do with concluding a lot of plot ideas from the first one. Specifically kind of like Biosyn and what's going on with them, and basically Ian Malcolm's like constant fear and like basically the number one thing he keeps like talking about is like, hey, this is a bad idea because you brought like a extinct species back to life in our world, and we have no idea how that's going to interact with our society. So that's going to be a really huge problem. And they only bumped off against it in like Lost World, where it's like, oh, it's like Godzilla. There's a T-Rex running around. This seems like unavoidably they have to like kind of like talk about and like dissect the idea that they were toying with in the first one.
Yeah,
so
they've got to go into that, right? They've got to go into like the what does having dinosaurs running around in our natural environment, what does that do?
Yeah.
What is that? How does that affect everything?
I mean, let's be perfectly frank. I mean, right now we're seeing like the effects of like cross species like viruses.
Oh yeah.
And like diseases, and that's literally like the end times for us.
Yeah.
So even if they like don't brush off of that, it's really like I said, I think this is going to be not like, while like obviously it's a conclusion to the Jurassic World storyline. I think it's also an amazing capstone on Jurassic Park as a concept. So I am very excited to see how it plays out.
I agree. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Invasive species in general. We all know that that's a horrifying reality in our world. all these species go extinct not because of natural things. It's because humans brought in the lionfish to Florida waters, and now the lionfish are just fucking taking over everything because they have no natural predators in that
Yeah.
environment. Like, imagine that with a fucking T-Rex. Like, what the fuck is gonna kill a T-Rex? You know, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing. You've got fucking nothing in our environment that can kill a T-Rex. And so that in itself is kind of like a really interesting concept, which is what leads
Yeah.
me to really say I really want like a live action uh, Jurassic like series, or like at least like shorts, you know, like some sort of like mini series or
Yeah.
something, like kind of like Battle at Big Rock, but just like going into more details of some of the stuff that's
Yeah.
going on around, because the movie's going to be great and it's going to show some of that, but it's not going to be able to show all of it. So I'd
Yeah.
love to be able to see all of it.
I would love to see, yeah, because that's the kind of thing I was thinking is like, how far forward in the timeline does this have to go? You know, to
Yeah,
see like like what is the impact of these things, right?
yeah,
Like, are we just going to kind of like, is this going to be like 10 years after like Biosyn put out like how to make it, like at the end of the sequel of Jurassic World 2?
a Fallen Kingdom. Yeah,
Or yeah, Kingdom, thank you. Like, is Dominion going to be taking place like a few years later? Is it going to be taking place like at the start of us seeing problems? I'm really curious to see what they do with that, because
Mhm.
you're right. Like the end result is going to be wild,
Mhm.
and like it would be really cool to see like 20 years after T-Rexes showed up,
Yeah,
or like down the line, what does like what becomes of humanity in a post bio horror like era,
yeah, for sure. Space pirates just out of nowhere.
Whoa, have you heard the good word? Can I interest you in a Bible? God, they're door-to-door salesmen. Very happy with your long distance provider. All right, I'm gonna be right back.
All right,
I'm gonna go grab some snackage.
sounds good. Give me them super missiles. Discover many discerning anomalies, spatial disturbances across the land. Objects went to a dimensional flux. Atoms divided between ether and somewhere else. Little time to ponder these strange happenings. Oh, it's 6:30. Okay.
Recording to logbook.
Just let's back out there.
Recording to logbook.
Alright, guys, so I'm actually going to turn this off fairly soon. I've got something I'm doing tonight, so I'm going to turn this off pretty soon. I'm gonna find a good spot to save and turn it off, and then I will be back. Not tomorrow, but I will be back Thursday, playing this for sure. Just gotta get myself somewhere. Oh, not this way. I can't make that. I have to have the screw attack for that. All right. Yep. Like I said, so I'm gonna stop here. I will come back on Thursday to play more of the game. We'll be doing one of my least favorite bosses pretty much right away, which is the Boost Ball Ing. It's a really shitty boss battle. Rob is gone right now, but I will text him, let him know that we had to stop. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it as always, and we'll be back to get to the next Dark Temple next on Thursday. Bye, everybody.